Today, I would like to share some tips with you about how to publish an academic paper. So I will talk about 4 steps involved in a research project: choosing a project, finishing the first draft, presenting your work before submitting to a journal, and finally to get your paper published. Let's start with choosing a project. I would recommend that you try to work on a project that you're truly excited about. And that's because typically it takes me 5 years to really start and finish a project. So you don't want to just like grab any opportunity that's come along your way, right? And this also means that I also had a project that take me 10 years to complete. My life would be miserable if I can only enjoy the final publications and not the discovery process and learning opportunities that my research had to offer. Second, finishing the first draft. When I started my career, I tended to wait until I get, a lot of empirical results before I start writing the first draft. However, later on, I realized that it's better for me to start writing sections on data, research design, and methodology right around the time that I start exploring my data. Also, writing a lit review section early forces me to think clearly about how my research uniquely contributes to existing literature. Also, having these partial drafts early motivates me and my co-author to add to it. And at the end, we ended up getting this first draft done much faster. Next, presenting your work before submitting your paper. I highly recommend that you present your work many, many times before you submitting it to a journal. You don't even have to wait until you have the first draft to start presenting your work. Some of you might be worried about getting scooped, but to me, I feel like if you have been ahead of the game in terms of data collection and analysis, it's better for you to stake the claim that this is your research, right? Also, it's important because feedback from this presentation can help you recognize and fix major problems with your paper before submission. Presenting your work also help increase the citations of your work as well. Finally, getting your paper published. I would like to recommend that you treat the review process as a way to improve the impact of your paper. Do not take criticisms too personally. Also, when you get your paper rejected, do not resubmit the paper right away. Look at the comment suggestion by the review team and revise it before resubmitting the paper again to a next journal. From my experience, when my paper got rejected and I revised it, the second time I submitted my paper to the next journal, things went more smoothly. Finally,